workstations under the stars with open source. They're still rocks.
Welcome with Echo, everyone, to another live stream here live on this channel. Kernel developer potentially doing kernel development things. Stop suppresses, we have shit to fix as usual. I got a cheap 10 or whatnot, not even that cheap, 10 or maybe 15 euro serial card, because serial card stock, you know, can never have, sometimes on boards like my first board had a defect serial port, right? Remember? And so I ordered two ones, a PCI and a PCIe one, so like, you know, I can always some spare serial port for testing. Turns out the PCIe card does not just work. Yay! 2026, you order a multifunction serial I/O card thing, and it doesn't work. Also, like it's freaking hot. So I'm building that here already. Let's turn that on again. Let's hope I didn't electrocute that. Let's see if we can quickly make that work. Or did I switch it off there? Ah, wait, I shot this the wrong pins. Here's the right pins. Let's network boot my test rig here. Yeah, it is what it is. It's also freaking hot. So hot due to climate change or from data center? I think previous generations data center caused AI. It must be AI data center caused climate change. Oh, it's climate change, freaking. Record heated spring day, yay. Just for decades we had done green renewable things, right? This evil green renewable things. So I'm booting that, what was the IP address of this yesterday? 140... Should it get the same IP address? Actually, I don't know. Or is it hot? Actually, I think it should be the last. Usually it gets the same. Let's see if it is 146. Maybe not. Reach graphic target. Okay, I mean it's another hardware. There is a potential to 156. Oh, I need to be careful not to drop sweat here on my precious PCIe boards. What did it say? 56, right? Right, that doesn't have its top secure test system. So that's a card. Some cheap crap. Not much rocks here. This is Vanying, Quinyang stuff. CH384 dual port things, parallel things. So the driver doesn't do that. The driver is, I kid you not, parallel serial. I'm not even making this shit up. So that's the mainboard things. And then I know this because like all I want to do is quickly, actually didn't even plan to. It's basically a bonus stream. So much. Yeah, the morning was shorter, right? It's basically a bonus stream. No. You cannot make this heat up. It's spring. Spring. Damn it. Hello, welcome. Happy that you caught me. So, kernel developer doing kernel developer things. So we have a power port. So that is wrong. This card only has 2 serial ports. I quickly looked into the driver and then I thought I can do live. So basically, here we are. Basically, Control C and Linux things here. The driver is PowerPort serial, I kid you not. So how did I find out where Zella is a PCIe or stuff, right? So we need this driver has this is some generic multifunction driver thing, and of course it lives like Linus Torvalds hobby sorting thing. It's sorted in parallel port, and so this so they have a table of things, PCI card and things. I mean, what are the chances? Nobody else, like the only OS that still needs serial ports and stuff, and they don't work. And welcome everyone. Stream starts, yes. I don't understand, but hey, at least we can something more upstream, right? So here are boards. What do we have here? Well, how does it work? They have here PCIe card things, the Titan things, Wang Chang things. So that is PowerPort PC card things. Actually, I should have just looked at the IC before I plugged it in again. So that's the card. Also funny that it's probably generic here. So subsystem things. I hope this Chinese don't like manufacture the same PCIe thing of 3250. Let's see if we even proc if 16840. Proc F05 things, revision 10. Have you tried writing under? No, I haven't. I'm not interested in. I'm performance things are here. So that is PC. So bar low high. If it's there, 6 offset method. Max bar is figs. Bar address base register number in the config. If sets is called pre-init post-init things. Let's hope that's just some table entry. I mean, maybe if I don't get it working in one, like that's also the thing. This Chinese company could have really years ago, when they designed this and started selling this card, this cheap crap, they could have really quickly sent a patch to Linus Torvalds, right? I think the CD, the shit came with such a mini CD with some driver shit. Actually, I've thrown it into the trash already. And I think I brought the trash out last night, so I think the CD's already gone. I/O ports at size. I/O ports at size. Are you a voice actor of music from? No, I am not. Have you considered building an AI agent? Help your voice debug some? No, that's a waste of time. I use my brain, not some random AI crap. I also don't understand why you all want to lose your job to AI. I don't know why everyone here is AI addicted. I regularly tell you drugs are not good for you, and so are also AI drugs not good for you. So I don't know why you all want to destroy our planet with excessive turbo environmental pollution that AI data center cause. Why you want to destroy the personal computer market of not having components anymore, and on top of everything lose your job because AI agent fake take over your job. I don't get it. I don't get this AI obsession. So, by the way, I wonder if from this I/O port sizes you can determine how many ports this has. In any case, 3250. Do we have something like that here? By the way, that even says 168050, which sounds serial portish. What did I say now? 13250. 13250. Here we have 13252 SIP things. I just want quality code in between codecs, Gemini and things. Each one always finds something. Oh, Skazi, today we are serial. Da ist ja wieder der gute Katie. Wir serial PCIe things of hex bin octets. Of course not vibe coding hundreds of thousands of tokens. As someone who uses AI, 100% accept that it's not good to use AI. It makes my thinking ability to shit. Okay, here's something. We have here 1C stuff. Here's even 2S1P. But actually, wait a second. What does it do? Like, don't tell me this works. Oh. Oh, wait. Is this card? Wait, that is funny. I thought it's the other card. This card works. I mean, the serial and parallel port adapter is wrong. This doesn't have a parallel port. Maybe I looked at this. Maybe then this serial card, this PCI card doesn't work. Not that. That is the only issue of like due serial port. That's the issue. So what's happened with this Tmax here? Oh no, it reacts again. Whatever here, NR marks. Okay, so what's that though? Maybe the only issue was that then. So okay, someone actually did that, although it's doesn't match my card though. Okay, sometimes we also find stupid stuff. I mean, this is so Linus Torvalds having the static sized array things. Shot myself into the foot with plugging. How dare I plug in two serial cards? And yeah, how to waste your lifetime? You plug into like one PCI and one PCIe card into one system, and of course it. Yeah. This statically sized things have nothing to do in 2026 in a modern OS. This is just ridiculous. What is also unconfirmed? Maybe it's we have frame drop. We have frame drop. You know what's happening here? I had this morning. I think my one USB-C port is from the Steam Deck is acting up. That's why I'm also losing that here. That's what's happening here. So number of things, runtime. What precisely does that? Number of like why do we have max Z and number like what's the bloody difference? And it. Maybe we should even boot with this, but what is the difference here? That's the maximum number of zip ports you want to incorporate. This can be overridden. Why would you need these strange options? It took a few minutes to come back. That sucks. What do you mean few minutes? Nah. What is the difference here? Number of serial ports you want the driver to support. This includes any ports discovered via ICPE, PCI, added to what is that even? Vulnerable takes additional time. You can say no here. Things capabilities singer selected configured standard may not function correctly without this option. And now my thing is gone again. Yeah, this sucks here, of course. There's one USB port hiccup here that is. Maybe I should. Maybe my Steam Deck. Welcome. Maybe my Steam Deck is telling me it doesn't want to stream anymore. The question is. Okay, I think we want to increase this a little bit. I mean, I didn't really often had this limit, but like this is. So why do we not enable this here? I mean, we probably don't really need that here. Okay, we learned some things, including that our defaults are not. I mean, did I ever until today Steam Deck should be putting more than one? Yeah, one port is really there. That's the one major drawback of the Steam Deck. Like one port is like really nah. I mean, usually it works, but what is my uptime of the Steam Deck? 2 days only. Yeah, I mean, I had the display port stuff act up today already a little bit. Actually, my theory was also this happens more often when I wake it up from suspend, like resume from suspend, and then live stream instantly, then it happens more often. So I do not really need to change this now. Because we don't have this often, but as this happened now once in my lifetime, like just today. I mean, what are the chances I plug this in and did we not somewhere set extended? ARM, we set extended. Maybe we should have moved this to the shared one already. Can put to our release announcement. Why oh, this has 5C. Oh, look at this. Look at this. We did this like, dude, had we just not done this for like... Can't make this up, man. T2 release announcement supports more than 40 serial ports. What a time to be alive. Okay, we still need, I mean, it's just a theory here. We still need to test this. We will use here 8. 486 probably should be fine with 8 serial ports, right? Many ports like shared, like, yeah. But this is the kind of stuff I would simply not like. How to make this better is, in my opinion, not have so many config options and like also just allocate this dynamically of how many are discovered. Like that state of Z is really silly. It's like you didn't configure that wrong. Actually, I could. So which one did we? So the serial. Where do I have no? The parallel I have in. Okay, let's power it on again with just the parallel. Let's. So I looked into the wrong driver. Let's see if. Let's see if that. Which distro? There's only one Linux distro that I will ever use, and this is this one. Oh, 2000 drop frames. Why we 2000 drop frames? What's Steam Deck doing? Okay, while we wait for that shortly, that's slightly different from what I thought we do today. Frames good. Connection reviews are still booting. Let's see if only the parallel PCI card is in there that it comes up. Do we have... Wait, what? Why is there no TTY as... Oh, it only has one card. Oh, this card doesn't work. So I purchased one because when I order something, it's like there one parallel and one serial PCI. What do we have here? 38 shared 35 one serial. That doesn't work. Why does this not work? What is also super annoying is that these are... That is the on mainboard one. It's funny that this board has only one button now. Maybe this is simply not in matching anything. Things... But it's also char thread 51 dual port. I mean, someone edited the PCI. So this is coming out of the PCI database. Seconds. Yeah, my Steam Deck is acting up to 2000. Also, my coffee is getting cold, which is just the right temperature. Ah. I don't understand why Chinese companies do such Chinese things. For me, the most natural thing would be that these are like totally standard conforming UART things that you plug in and act. Because the problem is, can we use this as console then? That was my main thing, which defeats the purpose somewhat. Maybe I need to... Yeah, I'm so stupid. Why did I buy new stuff from an e-tailer when I could have sourced a good old standard thing from like eBay? But yeah. So apparently this ID is maybe not in there. So I counted this wrong. I naturally I promised it didn't work. Like, yeah, put too many cards in. I mean, maybe that's not even the right number 8 thing there, but no, we change it anyway. The 5 for the Raspberry Pi is sus anyway. Let's just use 8 and be done with it. So that is 22. So one. Did I even wait? Let's quickly Control C that. So it's ironically still the same driver. Some things are... This port doesn't even match even yet. So 2270. There is no 2270. 1C. Yeah, that is that though. 2270. 2150. So let's 201. So the thing is, I have zero documentation for this shit. 3250, 3222. You really wish there was some standard conformant stuff, right? Like for serial ports. Let's hope that this text is correct. Actually, this here I can, that's not blocked, I can actually... okay, let's maybe make a photo. On the chip is 351. Okay, that's 351. 351. Ironically, there is no 351. One serial, one parallel. Num ports 1. Keyword offset 8. Is there any documentation about this thing? Wait, this says PCIe. That's not PCIe, it's in a PCI slot. Schufte jeden Tag. Nanyang things. PCI bus dual serial or printer port chip. Dual things, dual your things PCI. Dual UARTs compatible. Things parallel, support half duplex things. Stuff can be configured dual channel single parallel port. Windows drivers and Linux. Where are the Linux drivers? You're not bloody upstream Linux drivers. Nix sehen Linux drivers. Let's copy that here to serial 1 parallel. Three, 5, so to serial 1 parallel enumb things. Things PCI that. Oh, they have that somewhere. And a SuperThink. It's on... Is this a Chinese? Which one's a serial? I mean, most ICs these days. Which one is on GitHub? T2 Linux or what? What? Thank you so much for your SuperThink. Wait, this one? Is that one? Or T2 Linux? Or you mean a driver for that thing? So that thing we need to get from somewhere. What is that even? Any one stuff, any, so here we want, so that's some subsystem vendor ID. PCIe any. PCIe any. Could you tell me what keyboard do you use? The driver, this is a Linux kernel. I'm modifying the Linux kernel upstream driver. Keyboard, of course. That's the keyboard currently, anyway. The main thing, the keyboard is end of life, but I like it. I got it. I mean, I got it new a year and some months ago, 1.5 years ago. It's end of life recently, but the switches are Gateron. Gateron what? Did I post this? Where did they? That one here. Welcome to the membership. That is so amazing. Includes here 50 things of. Then we have something to send to Linus again. Yay! 3053, right? Here things here. 2 serial 1 parallel, so that are they sorted? So 351. Class stuff things of, wait, we need not verbose, we need numeric, we need 2273. 2273. Yes, I don't understand the work methods. Why have they a decade ago not sent these things? VCA group Linux is there, CH. Yeah, but I don't want some cursed driver. I mean, we could look at that. Did you SuperThink? The thing is, this probably will just work. I don't want some out of tree driver. Driver main, driver pre, VCH. That's completely maybe. The thing is, most of those drivers are often not particularly high quality and full with cursedness. When all we need is adding, and that's also this company simply don't play nice, right? They YOLO their vendor driver instead of up. Stream down again. Ach, damn it. That sucks. That sucks. But photography would be helpful. Yeah, probably this will just work. There's probably this vendor's like, yeah, sorry that they're not sure why today it's more. I mean, maybe that's so much EMI electromagnetic interference here that just running this board was all the case. Cannot be coincidence that just today it's that broken. Sorry. Yeah. Also, they should have done like this chip is probably a decade old or whatnot. I guess from PCIe, right? Also, the number is way lower. How how old is, do we have here somewhere properties of, where is document properties? I don't use this daily. Attachment layers, things of somewhere must be presentation, document properties. Creation date, any creation date? No. Any copyright date in this thing? I mean, here's the specification. So, I mean, it's also like, it's also supposedly 16C 550 compatible. So that's like 80s or 70s stuff. So, do they not have a no bloody single date in this thing? Not even copyright written anywhere. Holy shit. Okay, here is dual. How do they level? Do they have PCIe stuff? This okay, YOLO, I'm also not implementing this. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't have a creation date thing of. Do they have that here somewhere? Any 2021? I mean, you would think the stuff. I mean, hey, maybe a Chinese company in 2021 thought, let's do a serial thing because nobody else does it. I don't know. But whatever. Yeah, this stream down has nothing to do with Berlin. Either the Steam Deck USB port ain't happy. You know, it's old when it supports Windows up to 2008. What's your outlook on generative AI? I don't care about generative AI. My outlook is the bubble needs to burst urgently to stop all this corruption and destroying the personal computer component market thing. So things one and then here this one. 1351. Let's hope that's hopefully fully compatible, right? Also surrounding stuff is similar and shouldn't be that much rocket science. Maybe that's it. How we end up this ancient device? Actionable. How did you end up this ancient device request or what? I mean ancient. I purchased it new. Actually, exceptionally from Amazon. I boycott Amazon, but like some cheap, like I'm not buying a €9. That is a new purchase. I ordered it last Monday together with my 9950 X3D. So yeah, as this has a manufacturing date of 2025. Like it's not ancient. I just purchased it. I purchased it for, as I mentioned initially, this is for the T2 infrastructure test builder. I just needed some spare serial ports for testing, especially on one board where the serial port is currently broken. Happy that you're happy with T2 Linux. It's amazing, right? More and more people switch to T2 Linux. Nobody ever was fired for that. And everyone who's like, yeah, take your power back, own your devices, use T2 Linux. Very theoretically, we could probably speed this up slightly. How can I join? You are a subscriber. That is very well. So yeah, as most people know, by supporting us, but I see you support us already. So in general, how to join Discord through any support means here. If any of the members and subscribers and stuff, if anyone here still doesn't have an invite who supports us, let us know. Let me just generate one. So yeah, theoretically we need to automate this, but let me just click that here together to whisper. How can I get things whisper here? And that's done. Then, because then we should be able to build this faster. Oh, maybe we need to rebuild. That was not particularly ultra. But it is what it is. Because where did we have this here, right? Port. This potentially should allow us. No, we didn't build enough other drivers. Wonderful. Business plan and try to pitch things like void desktop. Yeah, good luck pitching T2 Linux. How do we best testing this is a little bit because now we modified the. I mean, we could try to load it anyway. Maybe we just try to copy the module over because now we just changed the array size. But maybe it's just the max array size. Otherwise, we also need to build. I mean, it's not the biggest thing here to build this. Okay, now we built with 8 and extended and shared and stuff. Detect IRQ is whatever that does. So many options. You would really think. Oh, we still have the VM running. Yeah, that's super annoying with Linux kernel that you need to rebuild so many. I mean, maybe there is some better option. I just don't know. I know about this partial build module things, but that SUC does not build all the dependencies. The main issue is that we modified the config now. That could be vastly. I mean, we modified it majorly. We could already save it, not to accidentally lose it. And then of course upstream it. Yeah, 1950x3, 20% faster, but and now they add Rust to the mix, right? So in the future, building Linux kernel will become way slower quickly. There's all the Rust stuff. Now we need to factor this out to call it easier. So yeah, we need to factor this out to the function, so to some function, so we can just What? That goes there. Yes, we shouldn't do it like this. I should have long. Yeah, shall I subscribe next? We make functions here of this so that you can just in the debug shell run that differently. So that probably should be all in there. Something forgotten? x86 things. x86 things. Yeah, but better pick that. So then. Need to improve auth here, that's so annoying. Model citizen things. Studying more, modifying P3. What P3 things have you improved recently? Any patches to send to us? Do you run T2 Linux? Yeah, we could theoretically, because the next thing is that this, yeah, testing this. No such. What? Ah, shit. What the heck? Oh, what? Ah, here. That's someone. Ah, I copy and pasted it wrong. Building derived custom T2 things, running things, mining mode. Don't forget to contribute back, right? Of course, welcome. So, the module I think was named what? Pop serial? Which one is even loaded? Oh, that didn't even load because Is this a new one with our new PCI ID? We have 2273. Yeah, it's in there. Why does it not do yet something? Why does this not match yet? How was it called? PCIe. By the way, is this class somehow wrong? Or is this outputting just wrong? Why does it say class 2273? Hmm. $22.73. It's here, so 22.73 2S1P. Oh, strength 51. One, two, minus one. I mean, we could check. Oh, here's also this one. Would this be, wait. Do we have that too? Wait. Things, Nietzsche. Which one was that one? What would that influence? Probably not much, huh? This year it would influence. The question is if this stuff, because they wrote here somewhere, multifunction card, common thing seems to just use one logical device with lots of base address registers for both parallel things. This driver is for dealing with that. Okay, I had there one bug in there. I think that's not. The good thing is it's not in the init RD, so rsynching overs it. Yeah, next we would need to debug for real with ftrace or things. How hot is this chipset? Oh no, that I have a cooler on it. It's oh, by the way. But this chipset is bloody hot. This NVIDIA chipset. Remember when NVIDIA didn't make AI scams, but chipsets that overheated? Why does this not output? I mean, is it normal that it doesn't output anything? Oh, here, it works. It just doesn't output a fucking thing. I think it works. Because we have here two... Oh, wait, why do we have... Wait, why do we have three... Wait, what? Why do we have TTY 0, 1, 2 and 3? What? Where is those coming from? That's bizarre. Or are they just reserved because that's the 4 runtime ports and they just don't work or what? Let's just reboot. We arsinged everything over. Oh, alright. Last miles, sir. Didn't even say thank you. How was your stream? I tuned in a little bit. Shout out, of course, to Last Miles. We're in the middle of AI scams. Overheats the planet instead. Yes. Can you list show driver attached? The LSPCI probably doesn't. Does it attached? Maybe it does. But we better reboot because we changed the config and we changed the static sized array stuff from 4 to 8. So chances are that this break something are not 0. Need to be careful not to shut down the wrong system here. This doesn't match yet. Where does it print? Ah, here, kernel module. Why does this not match yet? Where do we have a typo? Hey, this is 66 megahertz for high performance serial capable? Yeah, I saw that it shows models, but yeah, you're right. I never really thought about this. Yeah, but it makes sense that it takes it just straight off the surface. NVIDIA actually used, yeah, this is a NVIDIA Northbridge board here. This one. Here, look at that. It's an NVIDIA Northbridge thingy thing of N43, goodness. I purchased this, I sourced this for a very, very specific reason. Okay, why does this bloody module not match? What was it? 3, 5. Is the vendor correct? 351. I'm a little bit confused that it prints a class here. Why the heck does it print this so strange? Oh, maybe the vendor did the class, like maybe they were too stupid to fill out the class, and instead of filling serial, they duplicated. I mean, yeah, Chinese companies doing Chinese things. I think they 2273. Did they fill the PCIe config space wrong? I think so. Can't make this shit up. Chinese vendors never what you get things called it. No, this is they didn't call it class. That is this is surely from LSPCI. That is the raw number. Let's probably look at this VGA compatible like 0. This should have been, the class should have been serial. There is a class for serial things. So this class is here like host bridge, like and PCI bridge things, right? So that's an VGA class and multimedia controller and sound and stuff, right? They probably filled out the class wrong. They probably, I mean, or they saved some logic gates, but like, hey, they saved some logic gates or a ROM mask for like, yeah, who needs a class when we can repeat this here? So 1C, let's see, is that 1C? What do I do wrong here? By the way, I'm not liking this numeric ID thing because, like, in my opinion, just type it in there. Because like this, I need to grab it. What is it even? Oh, that is a wrong class. That is not the right class. For some reason, Nanjing. Why does it still... One C0? Or is this a class? Did they swap the class and the PCI ID? But this is something strange is going on there. This looks more like a class. I would not be surprised if they fucked that up. You cannot make this bullshit up. I mean, unless there's something wrong on... We could even decode that. Oops, shit, wrong focus. It should have class IO multifunction whatnot thing. Summary things. Come on here, just straight IMO, just do it for me. Come on, you can do it. Primary hex value serial core is 700. And they used? It's not 700. Base class, subclass, program IF 702. Okay, whatever's going on there, I have no idea. But Somehow LSPCI, it must be in the LSPCI database. What is it in there? And we could straight grep for that. Because that's known to that file. So what does this file know about this thing? Oh, it is Nanjing. This is valid. Why do they use? Oh, look at this. There is 4348. That is a potentially real ID. Do they have that here already? They have that here already. So WCHIC is different from WCHCN. I have no idea what's going on there. Do they have too much money and purchase too many PCI IDs? Cannot mix this bullshit up. Very new things, kernel stuff. How does one even... Yeah, I mean, that's just a simple serial card thing, right? I'm just surprised nobody else, like, am I the last person to use, like, our last miles? Are you still here, Dennis? Are we the last two persons who are those? Now there is some spec, but we brought it to code Amazon and it's not a kernel. I mean, there is a kernel driver, just the ID is not in there, right? But we are thankful for was it ports? Oh, it's not loaded because didn't match any. Oh shit, because we didn't log out and stuff. Yeah, we are thankful for the opportunity, so thank you very much. That's an upstream. We are thankful for it's Thanksgiving Day, so we are thankful that we Arbeitsbeschaffungsmaßnahme work method to create work here for us and live streaming potential. Otherwise, we would have totally nothing of my 1,000 lines of to do. Right, it would be boring it would be. What else would we work on? What's your take on Pop OS NVIDIA? I don't know what's with Pop OS NVIDIA. What do you mean with Pop OS NVIDIA? My take on NVIDIA is boycott. I boycott NVIDIA for 25 years. I boycott NVIDIA longer than Linus Torvalds even showed them a finger, and I don't know how old the card is. The spec is 5 years old. The card is manufactured in 2025. The card is the physical manufactured thing here is less than a year old. Means the chip might be older, but like how old is also. Yeah, my take on Pop OS is that I only use T2 Linux, and my take on NVIDIA is I only support it with open source things, and if you want more NVIDIA support than open source things, then send patches. My take on NVIDIA is that NVIDIA is evil. Always has been, always will be. Oh, here, PARport enabling device things, probe things fail with -28. That's unfortunate. At least now it tries to load. Invalid tech things, offset things, at least now it enables. Why does driver probe fail? That's unfortunate. So much to it will surely be identical. Probe failed with minus 28. What is minus 28? Yeah, I could look up the error. Man, come on, waste some resources. Cause no space. So Dr. Schubert, teach me kernel tracing things, I guess. Short a quick 20-minute adventure to start manufacturing and 20 minutes. Okay, what did I lose? Intel Arc is not abundant or lost hope. Linus Torvalds work and years also should. Media when Linux got started soon supports it until somebody starts building on GPU. What is this Nanjing graphic cards? That's probably Power VR. The last was it 2S and 1P? 16, maybe the offset things here are potentially wrong. Where does it? Things, mem, set driver, PCM enable, power port register, serial register, report. Maybe the offsets are different. The good thing I have the other card. I mean, what a chance, but yeah, how many companies we can actually plug both in? Let's plug in 2. Then we have 6 serial ports or 8 or whatever. Let's compare the offset there. This is in this IO bar base register thing. I have a dream, some ice cream, does it count, make it work things, I have stalled things, plan have $1 billion, buy this factory quick things. Was there some index in the arrays? Yeah, so the chip always supports parallel port, that is why I didn't, although my card does not have a parallel port, that is why I didn't bother with the parallel port. And thought, like similar to the other, that registers a parallel port that is not connected to anything. I mean, what would be, we also need memory, right? Forget about GPU is like the one thing. I personally don't even need GPU the most. All I need is memory. A memory fab would be way easier and stuff. Yeah, honestly, I mean, I could send it back, but maybe I'm not even sure if I will get. I mean, if it just doesn't just work, things, function graph, current tracer, write 0 things first, print tons of outputs and graph and things and oof. But look at this. This is coming. Remember when, like 2 days ago or so, or was it yesterday? Recently, or maybe yesterday. Look, we have 4 and 5 things. Okay, so that one worked. That one. Wait, what? reported by. So we have 4 and 5. But that's on the other card. That's the PCIe card, not the PCI card. So 3 is, the other is 3, you said? Here 3 is 3 and 5. So by the way, here's serial. Wait, is what class does it even have? So that's the second last. Yeah, look, this has, they somehow fucked up programming the class here. That's ridiculous. I guess at least. But they are both IC00. Did I copy the wrong thing here? Oh, here it is. Here is another. Oh, they have here CH380. I overlooked this because this is so similar. But which is the other? That's a 384. I mean, it's crazy that they still change their silicon for this old serial crap. Oh, here there is some bar 5. There is some FL base 0. First offset C. UART offset 8. Num ports 2. This is the one we added. Not 5, not FL base bars. Damn it. So that is, oh, that has way more PCIe capabilities. So this has region 0, IO port Z. Okay, that's way different. So that has 3 regions. D8 and stuff and DC. Funny second-hand market. Because it's way different. I mean, okay, we could Could look at their bar garbage. Okay, I don't really have that much time for that. I thought like I add there some ID, man. Actually, the question is also dev table. The question is, do they have the 351 thing in there? They have some 351 ID in there. Yeah, not this 351 man. Huh? Ah, shit, I searched that wrong. What are those things? S1 board things, 2S vendor things, sub-vendor things, 220 board flags remap. I mean, the most interesting thing would probably be how does it differ from Right, flex, oh, RS485. They could have really upstreamed that, man. This driver supports all this crap, fact things supported by things. You can type dmask to find related. In fact, most chip types above were supported by. You can type things. When use this vendor driver, things TTYVCV. Customer to use this driver, course supported almost all features. When crystal baud rate. I mean, at least he publishes something. Nah. I'm not really in the mood to analyze what is the difference here. What was supported? So supported was the 3 was supported. It cannot be that different, man. What is the difference here in this 353? Good afternoon. How hard would it be to implement the driver for the MediaTek? I don't even know what that is. Is that and thank you for the super chat. Is that a Wi-Fi thing? If you have the specification hard, and if you don't have the specification even harder. By the way, do they base off of look, this doesn't even have a copyright. They have here enum names that similarish. They have board flex things. What does remap do? Wi-Fi device. Yeah, if there are not, like, if you need to reverse, like if there's any source for Android, whatnot anywhere, but then hard, and if there's nothing, then very hard. Here's 4S, but we need probably the offsets are just differently. Here's 2S, so PCI 532 vendor. 2, 3, what are those things? Board flags, none. S018. What do they do here with that? I mean, we could also look at the, maybe easier would be specification. What do they have in the specification? How many pages are those? Okay, 11. How difficult can it be? The chip can be configured, supports 5 volts, so 4 low-level sleep things, Rust compliant. Need data bits, 1 or 2 stock bits, things of things. Register things of, here's default value. What's the default value for class 7002? Oh look, the class is garbage. Look, they even, is this not the 7? Is this the one we get? No, it's 2273. Maybe this seller oh no, it's wait, maybe this vendor maybe just this implementer programs is wrong. Serial port register. Serial port is compatible with industry standard with enhanced. With this industry standard with enhanced. Okay, wonderful. I think mark grain the table. Enhance or refer to the single things you would actually address of the word is the IO base address 0 at the offset address table things UART 1 register IO base address 0 at the offset exclusive things you are this the registers of are the same. X indicate things receiver buffer thing serial application serial port pins level compatible TTL things works pins has built-in impedance receiver perhaps servers. Somehow this is not very detailed. There is your 0 single. No, Oloski does not work with me. PCI configuration space things compatible. Where do they reserved bits of config control? Query serial port. Why do they don't, do they not even, oh thank you for the memberships, 05, that is amazing, thank you so much for your gift memberships, that is so generous people today. This is a PCI channel serial base, use 3 or 4 conversion chip things, dual, okay here 485. Okay, somehow what's a little bit sus is that they, so this specification is complete garbage. Like, how they can so incompletely the dual UART OR. Oh, it's dual UART OR thing. Contains UART, which compatible things. Serial port supports half duplex and things. Figure. Okay, so it's either that or that. The same chip can be configured as a dual UART, single this is confusingly written. Support things. Okay, so apparently this, okay, that explains the thing here. CHVCH 0P. Which one is which one here? The first is parallel versus struct. Here's the struct low high num ports struct low high each element directly index enum list above. Some of these old drivers are really a little bit nah. Power port PCIe. Bar base address register number in the config space header. Low high. If not there, offset method max bar is 6. Pre init hook, post init hook. Netmost parallel init. Do we have here any 0p thing? Or do we have all only any other thing here 0? By the way, why is this so strangely formatted? Okay, not our issue, right? I guess it should be 0 here then. Did anyone ever do this? I mean, this should be so simple, it should kind of just work, but this driver is also nah. Did anyone ever made a patch for it? Why is this pasting so shitty? By the way, I really hate this. You paste it here and it pastes. It's such a usability nightmare. I wonder if it should even go into this multifunction thing then if it doesn't have a parallel port. Drivers file Windows thing change the PCI thing. Yeah, I'm not changing this. I mean that's worthless. I mean it's wrong now, so I mean yeah, theoretically, but there's literally no point of me. I also don't have usually Windows and stuff, like it's just wasting my time. What is numports doing is if this is 0, can we port register? Oh look, for that it does that. So port register things for num ports things post hook init. The question is what's with the serial ports? Ports low high things IRQ things. Is this serial probe things of enable device things? Okay, and then serial register. Okay, what does serial register do? Serial register 4 serial board things, num ports otherwise, init ports, dev board, PCI init ports. PCI init ports, dev board, wonderful. PCI, so board is of things driver data, ID driver data, PCI, serial private serial. The question is how this indexes into this. I mean, I would hope it would be. How was it on this here? This has I/O ports. Where did they register? Add region things. So that's a non-working one. I would hope. This is using D8C0. D8C0. So that's using mem region 0, so C0 and 8, that's coming both out of Ethernet controller. Why do you have so many things here? Memory add, region add. Fetch DC. Wait, it's also I/O port, by the way. Actually, wait, these are I/O ports. Okay, this here is 1, so this is using this, it's probably what they mean with offset method here. Offset method max bar is 6. Okay, we need to change this here. So that's 2S0P. I mean, the question is, do we even need this PAR port driver? Because I guess the serial driver could directly use it, as this doesn't have some PAR port shit here. But all the others are in this one. This Chinese hardware and is probably written special test for the hardware. PCIe is actually, because I wonder if we can straight. Here's some vendor Intel things of PCH, but oh look, Spark 32. Wait, there is a 32-bit PCI Spark thing. There is a Okay, it's in the rest is in this driver. Let's see if we can somehow make it work. So what was that one here? So bar. Where does it get this serial enet things? Wait, which one was which here? Two, three, four, five. 2 minus 1, 4. What is that thing doing? Use successive bars, PCA base, else use offset into some specific bar. So use successive bars. Okay, I guess base bars and stuff. So I guess that's FL base. What is? Okay, that's defined for FL base. It's probably the base bar. Okay, so what did we 351? Okay, I guess base 0 and bars. So maybe the only wrong thing is that we had a PAR port there, which ain't there. So FL base 0, FL base bars, I guess, num ports 2, U. I mean the U word offset, I mean they always had 8 here, so I guess. Wait, what? Where is my? Why did this not? I specifically exited. At least I thought I did. Did I do something stupidly wrong here now? I just exited the shell to... Or did we reboot? Just exited for that. Maybe I should even... Just need to manage some things as usual. Oops. So, 112. Theoretically, this should then not be in PowerPort, although theoretically this ship could be configured for PowerPort. Guess it could be straight in serial, but we could see what happens if when it works. I mean, this cannot. I mean, it's just some UART v4 thing. How difficult can it be, right? The question is what happens when we send it. Four, 5 things enable probe failed things 28. What did we do wrong? What are we still doing wrong? Yeah, it should like work like this. It should be easy. I mean, yeah. Wait, what did I do? Oh, did I do? Wait, no, I did this here. The question is, where does it fail? Pre-init hook. This should be 0. This should then not post-init hook. What do I still wrong? Get driver data. Also this is not coding style. Should this not here not have a space? But board serial. Board driver dart board num ports init ports is error pt error. So that's core function init boards for that board. We must have done here this fails the same. What stupid did we do? Or did this not build modules? Pretty sure this build modules. Pretty sure it did install. serial PCIe probe, power port register. Yeah. Shouldn't be that difficult. Serial register, power port register, probe thing. Where does it fail here? Yeah, we should get used to just trace it more efficiently. How many more drop params do we have? 1,000? Yeah, so much to a cheap $10 serial thing. It could not come to mind. I mean, of all the things you think is serious, some cheap serial thing would just work, man. There's... power port serial, probe serial failed. So it tries that. It tries that and serial fails. What I wonder is, this here is different, right? So this is probably offset into that thing here. Two serial here. Maybe this -1 should be something else. I think it should be base 0. What do they have here? Look here, they have viewer offset 8 and first offset C0. So that's the other. Look, those do not have FL base bars. And by the way, this is S0. This here is superfluous if it has 0. This is funny. Why not zero this out? But so look, so this is FL base. Is it in from base 0 and then offset here? And then the first offset C. So our thing does not have that. So that's FL base 0 based and then FL base bars. So that matches, but why does the probe still fail? What is still... Unless maybe it shouldn't... What else do we have here? In Meteor, UART offset 8. Now we need to know why this other thing doesn't... Why does this not... Minus 28, so that's coming from the serial core driver. That serial board from driver data, serial board driver data, init ports board. What is our minus 28, right? Was it not minus 28? What's minus 28 even precisely? No space left on device. Why is this always stupid stuff? Board num ports, quirk init, ports memset IRQ, ports quirk setup, and here's debug though. Don't instantly see where that fails. That's supposed to be... That's just struct low high. Where do they... Num ports? Power port, PC. Bar addresses. Bar base address number of the config space. Num ports low, if not there, minus off. Größer 6, max bar is 6. Address. Oh, did I got this here? Not a fan of the structure here. Maybe that's not even used. Maybe that's... You know what? Maybe that is... Maybe this is for a parallel port. Maybe that's even unused here. Maybe that's probably parallel. This is probably what that is. And that is then, that is the board thing here. That is what is only used for that. And that should be, that is the board thing here. That are the serial boards. PCIe board things. But why does it say not there if FL base 0 bars num ports 2 baseball UART offset? Size 16, because the question is this even, maybe this should be 0. What was here? Is also translation for buffer too small for what PCI, but is buffer too small? Maybe this offset needs to be 0, I don't know. What do they have here for this register serial port? Address 0. Address 0, 0, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. What's this cursing? The serial port compatible with industry standard things with an registered mark gray table things on dual single serial or dual. The actual address of the UART is the IO address at the offset in the table, and the actual address of the UART is the IO base address 0 at the what? The actual address of the UART 1 is the IO's base address 0 at, I mean, obviously the English sucks like Chinese English. The question is now, is this a typo? Because they also write base address 0. I would hope that reads 1. Address, what's the following? Shows default serial port. This is confusing. Sometimes having no documentation is better than confusing. Why should the thing have multiple bars when... But so this has a FIFO, right? Register name, other, I mean, do all the things have here UART offset? Why do they all have UART offset? Yeah, this offset. I mean, maybe they have all an Maybe they have all an offset because they have PCIe. Let's try with an offset of 0. And if that doesn't work, maybe we go home. Keyword offset things. I could also check what this keyword offset does. Board index offset things of SBS things of board offset PCI TI media offset board offset bar Titan cards are also a little bit weird. So many curse things could have been so easy. I changed it to 0, right? Must be something like that. I mean, yeah, I could study this vendor driver more. Yeah, in a way, this is silly. That I mean, it's also silly to spend that much time with this. It's also not ideal that this install always copies all files and That is pretty annoying. Yeah, so much too. Can we quickly add this? No. Wait, that is a working one. Yeah, if just this documentation would be better. Like this is built in 16-byte 5 for supporting 4 FIFO trigger layers. How can documentation be so meh? Standard config space. IO. Here, wait. Here they have here actually address you at 0. Default value actually, and do they have? Wait, they have here. Oh wait. That is actually, no, this is offset. Look at that. IO base address 0, offset 16. Here they have this documented. And then UART 1 or parallel port at 14 to 17. Here we found that. So that means, but wait, that means what a cursed shipment. I thought like, nah, 30 minutes, it's probably 30 minutes, right? Like just add there some values. So it's actually not that. It's just that. And the UART offset is 4, I think. And the first offset is 16. Wait, this is not tab indented? Oh, damn it. Let's see, what had this other chip? Look, this here has first offset CF. At least that's what I think. Because it's clearly 4. Oh, wait. Ah, no, I read this wrong. Oh, wait, I read this wrong. I read this again wrong. This is in the configuration space, just this IO base. Ah, no, look. So I did this wrong again. What did we have there? Ah, damn it. No, it is... So it is Z. There is something else stupid. It is Z. The question is UART 0. Okay, so there is a typo in this other thing. What did we just build with? We built with UART offset. But this is address 0, so serial port register. So actually address 0 adds the offset address in the table actual UART. So here's a typo that should be wrong. I just, why is here? Ah, this is right. Ah, okay, this is why this is read is reading that. So that's why this is probably 0, 1. Ah, it's a read right. Okay, you read this, you write read only that, write only that. Yeah, wonderful. No, we actually accidentally marked this. Wonderful. But why does a probe fail? Does this driver do something stupid with the parallel ports that's not there? PAR port register, PAR card, pre-init hook. Then no ports. Maybe it needs to enable some resource start things. Maybe this is not enabled. Here it does enable device, but do we need to resource start define? Maybe it fails due to something as maybe we should simply not try to put it into this driver. This parallel port, that's not there. Yeah, this is also what I hate on IT, right? Instead of making something standard conformance that just work, I did not expect to have a cursed driver shit for that shit here. That's find quirks. I mean, maybe it needs quirks. The question is, does this other stuff have quirks? Where would the quirks be? So that's like this vendor here. Oh. There are quirks. Series steroid things is handled by PARport. Is handled by PARport, so not O. This look, maybe we don't need this in this PARport driver. Maybe we can straight things 353. What do we have? 351, right? 351. Maybe we just need to add this here. Yeah, multifunction device. I think so, yeah. I guess we don't need to add this to this other driver. Yay! I think we can did I say we could straight add it there? It's still crazy that's not in there. Why do I always touch so cursed things? So let's... okay, you know what? We don't need to load it. We can just delete it. Okay, let's just not touch this there. Wait, which file am I here? Oh, maybe they even have the ID in there already. Which ID was it? Yeah, this driver stuff. Like, also, like, this companies never should have made incompatible crap, but that ship obviously sailed. Look, they have drivers. I also hate that in Linux kernel that they have like driver stuff here. Look, mom, they have here also quirks. 227. VCH thing vendor thing. Look, they have here 252. That's what do we have? 253? 351. Ugh, damn it. But we also have VCHIC, right? Which one do we have? No, we have CN. Okay, so I guess we just copy that here, VCH stuff. Did I even fix files? Not that I need to. Oh wait, 253 2273. Yeah, and I mean, sure. Of course, as usual, I make it the least inefficient and the most stupid. Everyone else would have done it 5 times faster. But yeah, like some defines are there, some defines are there. Yeah, 352 things. Wait, they have you set up? What do they set up? 16 stuff, clone. 253 things of 253 things. What do they set up here? Do they have any other thing here? What do they set up in this setup? Is enabled if config is enabled. Var needs IO port. UPF fixed port default setter. What does this do? Is this not identical? Wait, what is here the difference? Needs IO port def. So that's identical, right? Why do they have? Do I overlook here something, or is it bloody identical? OPF fixed type. All these shit functions here are bloody identical or not? Ah no, this is 16850. This is slightly different, but those here are identical, I think. Port flexed. What is that doing? PCIe Linux. I guess that's good enough. The only problem now is we link that in, right? So losses VGVs. Let's maybe we had here Z1. Is this correct? Wait, do we have this twice now somewhere? Which device ID do we have? We have 1C stuff. That's the wrong one again. Here we need that one. We need but here are two already. I'm getting lost here with this stupid vendor IDs. There's also another. Here is blacklist. Mighty IO cards handled. Ah, okay. Blacklist. Holy bloody shit. Series devices is handled by PowerPort. Look, we have here CN and look, I did. Wait, what? Where did I add that? I'm lost here in garbage. Yeah, this IDs all over the place are not amazing. I'm not even. So I added. Okay, I added. That here. But the ID, okay, the ID was already there. The main problem is this is linked in, so we need to reboot. So is this now even the right, was this the right? I'm completely, this IC versus not IC. But we need IC. Right there. Here's IC. So IC is, that's what we need. And CN is not what we need. Holy shit, things here. It's like my nerves. My nerves. VCH IC. What's that setup doing? Nothing else the setup is doing. It's doing what all the setup things are. They all. Oh no, that's 16850. C550. Wait, did I even... I think I named this... Which one did I? 351. How did I call that? My nerves. Yes, that's what I just realized. I'm also, because I made a typo. I just realized my own typo, just in the same. Of course, I kept changing it again and again. 355. What do I even do here? Because I think my brain is like it's too hot for me today. Is this even the thing I did? That's the thing I did, yes. It's, yeah, the question now is, it's, I guess it's older type. So are we finally 2273? Two, 273. All the stuff we don't use anymore. 2273, yes. IC 351. I mean, theoretically, do we really... I mean, if we send this upstream, maybe they want us to copy these functions, but they're all identical. Okay, welcome, Matic. Yeah, this serial driver was not my thing here. Nothing like finishing your coffee at this day and age. So, let's hope that maybe works. Yeah, too hot. It's always a good thing to blame. So, all we need is a compressed thing. And then it's this here right now. Alright, we don't need this, but yeah, only need that. See what happens. The good thing is then it's in the serial core. The only thing is there was like blacklist, right? What's this? Oh, you know what? Maybe, holy. Maybe if they would not fuck up the class, maybe it would have automatically worked. Maybe it would match then. Maybe that is why nobody else had patched this. Like maybe just this vendor on Amazon has fucked up the class ID. Oh no, we have here... Oh no, we don't. So I still have both cards in, so... This does not still not just work. Let's take the working... Which one is working? The PCI one is... PCIe one is working. Let's take the PCIe one out. There's a hollow. Some of the thing is relatively warm, but maybe only from... Do you think? This is stupid. Does this thing match on serial class? vendor. Why does this still not work? Okay, I think I should stop doing such things. Maybe the next time when something doesn't work, I just return it to the e-tailer. Earliest heroes in tech. Happy to hear that. Hope you just learned something. Cache algorithm, naming things, maybe eventually things. The PCI you have things name, and in the struct you have 2s, 1p. Wait, what? 3.5. Here I have 3.5.1 thing. Here I have 2s. And where was in the PCIe? Yeah, the PCIe is outdated. That is what my early attempt. I initially started adding this to another driver. We don't use that. Right now we don't. So what do we see here still? Nothing, just one. Doesn't even try to add this. At least I think it doesn't. Master list of serial ports, init, setup, exit quirks. This does not describe the general nature of the baud rate stuff. This is. Oh, maybe there's a second list. As I say, master. What was it? Where's the baud rate then? Or what is it? Actually, we could check for 382. What's that one here? Board num here. This is a configuration table. So, oh, damn it. The table is probably then 0. That is board num t. Oh, damn it. Of course you need board num t. Here. Look. Here is another table that were not aware of. Damn it, it says, oh, how many bloody tables, confusing shit do you need? Damn it! All I wanted was a serial port. Why is this my life? Why? Oh, why is shit not just bloody working, man? I hate this. But thank you for the opportunity to fix this stuff. Which other thing we did? VCH, what was it? So, okay, this is also wrongly, this is differently sorted, so we need VCHIC. What is wait, this is a blacklist for PARPort. That's a blacklist. Shit, what? Okay, because that's not prefixed with CH. We need something like CH. Oh, wait, what is that? CH. Ah. Here is PBN thing, PBN here, but how were they sorted? Does it even matter? PCI board num. No, this is sorted. This is enum sorted. I think. Or what is it? PBN board 0? What do they do here? What cursed shit is that? This is the configuration table, all serial boards which support. It is directly indexed by the PCI board num T enum, which is encoded in the things. I mean, this old-fashioned. Why do we still write stuff like this? What do we need? We need, what, B1, BT2, this is hilarious. Board 0. What have they done here? Why do I even do this? Why? 9 error things, engineering errors to get it working. Yeah, I did not expect this. I also only thought I add here one ID. I didn't expect here to come from one thing to another. But hey, at least we have a live stream. Maybe I should order 100 cards of those to get this return of investment back. The crazy thing is I use serial things in Linux kernel. I never had to look that much into that, but like, holy shit, is it curious. So this is board B0, like 2 ports. I think that means 2 ports with 111. I guess base 0, FL base. Oh wait, is that I think this is what we need. We need num ports. We need this one here. I think. Oh, what a man! Mac drivers are so much more elegant. Yeah, Matic, I did not expect. I thought like 30 minutes. 30 minutes adding an ID, but how broken? Like today we learned. Till today I learned. Serial stuff can be fucking broken, man. So we need, where did I sort this in? I sorted this in between C8. Why did I sort it in here even? Is this even mine? Yes, it is mine. Okay, I sorted it in here because here's the IC thing started. So we need this before, in this other bloody table, we need this before 3A2. PBN, but so I would have thought we need that here. Board num T. What cursed shit is that? How does it work? And if that is the other. Like, what mess did they make out of this? Like, no, it's not like this. It's not like this thing here. I think. Yeah, so that's probably 0, and that is why it doesn't try to initialize. We just need to understand. Man, this stuff in the Linux kernel is ugly as fuck. Like, this is meh. So did I mention we need to write a microkernel? Like, writing a new microkernel driver would literally be... Did I paste this in here accidentally? So... This is a configuration table for all. It's directly indexed by the PCI board numt enum value. Why is this? This is wrongly named. It's directly indexed by the PCI board numt enum value, which is encoded in the PCI probe table's driver data number. So make access sorted in order things. In theory, if n equals board infix should make no difference. Is the same as, what the heck using PB0? PCI device probe tables driver data. So we have base 0, base bars, num ports 2, that's what we have. From Harald Welter. Avalab Siri, why is it here written from Harald Welter? Where is... There's some interrupt or whatnot enable thing. 8 ports. How can they make such a maze out of enabling this? No, stream is not going well. I'm getting frustrated of what clusterfuck they done here. I did not knew ever that But how do they index that? Where is that coming from? VCH382, where is that coming from? Ouch. Ah, that was my... Here is this coming from? Things driver handled by... Oh, maybe that is for other... Maybe this is just for... This purport driver things. What the curse clusterfuck thing have they done here? But so here clearly is the table. Where is this used? I don't know, I cannot explain. I don't even know what I do myself. PCIe, device ID, serial, PCIe table. Simple def PM, static const. AI, not really. Why should I? Do you want, you really want no memory and no GPU anymore, right? You want to give everything this tech bros. But where is here this match for... What curse stuff have they done, man? ITE, here's ID, ITE. The 2S1P, okay, but any I guess here it somewhere should be. You're not by 2, okay. So don't ask like this. Do I look like I ask? I waste 2 hours for 3 hours for serial driver. I can't like. So which was our vendor? There was here's IC. Why did this not match in my other search? I'm confused. Here's board things. Where is our 2.5? So here it should be. Look, here is actually, look, here they directly uses PBN B0 what I which one did I say we have we have IC, right? So we have, oh, I also copied the wrong one. I say IC and then I copy IC CH351S2 things, and what somewhere I pasted something. Where was it? Here, this one. I think it should be that. And look, that matches what we have here. PCI board stuff v0 accept. Okay, amazing. We had. I'm getting so confused with this stupid CN versus. Wait, do we have CN now or IC? Ach, like Dio, I hate this. We have 1C. What was 1C? 1C was IC. What did I do? I did IC. The question is, this is board numt index. Was there a comma missing in the big enum with which one? This one? If you mean this one, I didn't want it in there. The question is that all? That's the question. Well, this serial driver stings. Like, I'm so disappointed of Linus Torvalds. How could he, like... That's a maze of bullshit. Oh, phew, I hate this. Why do... So we have CH351, IC35... What did I even say? 3512S? I mean... I'm not even sure if we need that one here. Then it's here 3512S things, any of PBN things of 2-port things. Or why is there a space and there not? Did I not copy that? Okay, we can later polish this up. So this did fully build, right? This is so hilarious. Yeah, I guess nobody ever used that before, because otherwise I don't think it matches on class serial, which is wrong on this here. So reboot that. And yeah, so much to quickly, cheaply getting a serial card. Like it could not come to my mind that in 2026 you buy some random serial card and it doesn't just work. That's hilarious. I mean, now already a million different cards exist, like in reach, like, yeah, IT, everything bloody is broken. It's incompatible mass cursor started using Chinese DDR Corsair by now things. Are we booting or oopsing? I mean, now it could happen that we oops now for completely broken shit. Oh, how do we even... Maybe we broke something. Doesn't boot anymore. This should boot. Oh no, it timed out waiting for VMly nodes. Okay, we... failed to boot. Why? Can we load that, please? What's the issue now? And we could also Control-Alt-Delete here for good measure. Yeah, if you're still here complaining like you're 7-year-old, I mean, also like, is that a standard phrase of meh? Open Darwin can actually paint expand open beast. All we wanted was quickly make some random new serial port card from actually Amazon work. Although you probably get it through AliExpress and whatnot as well. The main port, yeah, so much to quickly checking after work. The main thing, like, don't tell me we know we are. Like, why does it not DHCP anymore? Hello? Don't tell me I rebooted here the wrong. Busy. Still busy. Oh, my nose. Somehow it doesn't media detect now. What would that be? Maybe some good old full post cycle here. Hello? Oh, wait, I shot the wrong pins again. Man, one day I will majorly break shit here with. Shorting the wrong pins. Yeah, also you reboot 10 times and then the 10th time it doesn't media detect anymore. What's with this retake? Hello? Don't tell me my retake is a defect now. No, now it works. So let's see. And that's what people don't see, right? In the end it's like a 7-line or 11-line patch and then like, does it again not bloody load? No, now it loaded. If this still doesn't work, I go home. What time is it even? It's 23 or 22 already? Holy shit. It surely will work now, right? Ah! Why is this so like it's still not bloody work? Why not? Also something is strange here. Why is this so strange now? Somehow if Ethernet take up the whole day here. Here it still fails with it fails the same now. Okay, it tries to probe but doesn't. Why does it minus 28? That fails the same as we failed in the other driver. Bloody hell. That's sad. Maybe it doesn't need the setup. What does it even do? It does default setup. Proof board is This is really starting to get too stupid for me. You had to plus get things, buggy register setup. Wait, you had such a cursed thing as well? And where's your patch? Yeah, diagnostics. I would think it should work by now. So it tries to enable. Probe failed. Yeah, homework for you. Team Media probe. I want a PCI probe. Wait, which driver is PCI serial probe? To work with Android. Is CH340 USB or what is it? Serial? What? There are nearly 70 different Sonics devices. Instead of listing individually, the driver merely grabs them all with any ID. Port serial. Yeah, I mean it should be something like this, but .NET does not fully work. And I'm running out of, like, this is too many stupid things here. It should have been that easy. I mean, beside it should have just worked. So yeah, okay, we wasted our time with this bloody driver, so we're not adding this to this driver because obviously reasons. So it should be that. It should be as simple as 2273, and then here I see 3512 serial port things. I mean the setup, maybe not. Then we have this table here for matching that again, because Linux kernel can never match enough. I mean, then they have a space here, but not where I copied it from. Do we need this? Okay, we don't need that there anymore because... So it should be something as simple as this, but it doesn't work. What was the stupid vendor name? Which one was the right one? With, okay, VCHIC CH351 KV VCH IC, not IC. Okay, IC. To avoid confusion, something like that too. Yeah, that is absolutely ridiculous. Excuse me. My nose is cleaning up. Yeah, I mean, if someone wants to debug why this probe fails here, how does that get in? Oh man. whatever that stuff here is. Yeah, this is the series chip is not getting that hot. The other card was warmer, but I'm... But there also some... Oh, the retech chip gets... The retech chip gets medium one. Where is the stupid init functions? Maybe this init function is also... Has IO port 1, fixed type, port type. Then it does default setup. But what precisely does that do? Static in things. Oh wait, I think that was. Bar index, port index, port index, return 1, set up port, bar plus index. Wait, what was it? Okay, this is for maybe this fixed type is wrong. What does it do? Fixed type. Type if fixed type. Some serial core 4-bit things. Fixed type. Fixed port. Execute type is known and should not be probed. Doesn't really sound that important, does should it? Fixed type, fixed port. Yeah, I guess. The other things didn't just do that, so I mean, theoretically I could probably try this. I don't know, no idea why they override it like that. If just we like this is, why can the Linux kernel not issue a diagnostic? Like, is it even that it's the wrong thing? By the way, here's error updating. Wait, what is that here? Is this not our 5.6 bar 2? 5.6? 5.6 bar error updating. What the fuck? Five six assigned error up. Oh, this bars do not configure because, but we only need those two anyway, I think. Not that this here prevents that. Oh, you cannot make this shit up. Why? You cannot mix this shit up. Maybe that's prevented because the PCI core is not happy with this thing. You cannot mix this shit up. I mean, I guess that thing should have worked with the bar. No, that depends. Space you can also have I/O. Also, this in general, it's not necessarily. It's in general, it's just I/O, whether I/O port or memory. Whether that had nothing to do with DMA. I mean, yeah, it says disabled, but you cannot mix this shit up. Do I have here other stuff open? Oh, there. I'm speechless. What a waste of time. I hate this. Why is shit so like this? This is IT built on non-standard conformant garbage. That like random shit from overseas that doesn't even bloody... I mean, yeah, I've seen that here hours ago, but I thought like when we PCI enable, that PCI enables like... Maybe not. Maybe that's the main issue. Do I really want to debug this? I mean, maybe it would work with my patch if that PCI stuff wouldn't error. Oh, damn it. But maybe that's just, and because it continues. Oh, raid. We are so done. How's your language doing? And how was your... Thank you for the raid. Appreciate this. I just wasted hours trying to get a bloody €10 PCIe serial thing working. Hope you had a better stream. Should do my language and not do low level shit. I mean, we could try this, but yeah, I don't like. I want to go home now. Actually, we were so done. I wanted to leave already for a while. Thing 352s. Whatever they wait here. I mean, the vendor could have really properly upstreamed that. Do they reuse the core here somewhere, or where initial? How old is this shit even? 2024? You cannot mix this shit up, man. Cyrus, where did they copy this here? 6.4 stuff? Oh, nah. Yeah, I go now. Like this is just pure bullshit, man. This is sad. Why didn't you do much? I should more think of whether I return this shit. Like, I mean, basically, I mean, the PCIe one works, which ironically, the PCIe one I only purchased to not order one card but pick two different. You know, maybe I should just return this shit like this. I mean, these companies also don't really deserve, like, if this shit doesn't just work, like... Maybe in the future I should just, like, if stuff does not just work, I should just return it. You know what, maybe I will just return it, like, this is too stupid really for me. Voting with my wallet, maybe return, they don't really use it, it's like, yeah. The thing is, there were not that many others, right? Like, all I wanted was a PCIe, like an extra serial UART. Maybe I just, what is that here? Things 4 port, €99. Thank you very much. RBM dual port serial interface power systems? No. PC 3COM, most chip, most serial. Most chip, never heard about that one. How about I just get some random shit from eBay? Can be first, right? Yeah, so much to just get a card. Is it wrist chipping or things? Dual? This is used. Is this free shipping or what? Top Zustand. Here, free shipping, $9.90. Is this similarly garbage, or does it just work? All I wanted was a just working serial thing. Maybe normal. You know what we should normalize? That shit just works. NetMos. Here's some NetMos thing. Is that NetMos? Mos? Chip thing? NetMos. Mostech things. Biggest config things. 2026, you need to first look in the Linux driver if shit even works. Cold NetMos, maybe cold PubPort. Oh, this are others. NetMos stuff of. I mean, I cannot get worse, right? Like, dude, is this? All I wanted was a serial port. I mean, the thing is, it all started because from my very, very first Pentium board, from my very, very, very first paid job, my serial port broke, and all I wanted was a serial port. Like, holy, why is this ship so bloody fat? How can you need that much integrated circuit for a bloody serial port? Like, what have you done in the past to create this monstrosity? Okay, you all. It's like 5 watt PCI serial thing. Like, here. How about serial ports? How about many? 16. How about that? Here's €7. Multi-IO, 2-port serial, 2-port parallel. MOS chip. That's apparently a feature. Here, a MOS chip thing with like quality things. Where's even the serial port on this thing? €7, but not free shipping. Where's even the serial port on this thing? All I see is a parallel port. Multi-IO. Is that very even? Like here to here is to jump. Here is to header. Buying the cheapest things, shit without heatsink and stuff usually doesn't work. Get fucked, learned head. Like some serial thing doesn't need a heatsink, man. Anyway, I have to go. I'm shocked how bloody broken serial shit can be. When I had the 386, the serial port just worked, but 2026 a plug and play PCI card apparently rocket science. Do you have a PCI latency timer setting and the bias increasing above usually helps compatibility things of yeah, but we're talking about a serial card, a serial port. Okay, all, I have to go. It's super late. It's ridiculous. I'm shocked and disappointed. So that's it for today. Hope you learned something. Thank you for the super subscription. Tomorrow we do something useful again. Hope you learned something, especially not to. You learned that in 2026 serial cards need driver. Maybe I should have read the Linux kernel source because I thought I plug it in and it works. It works, the serial port.
Threads for freedom's sake.
No further questions.
Binary whisper shine.